Hello, beautiful people. This is my first time experiencing Instagram Live, and I'm also trying to go live here on YouTube and live on what's the other thing again? Facebook. Yeah. So hello. So excited to be here on Facebook, Instagram Live for the first time, and also coming live on uh, Facebook and on YouTube. Anyway, I already said that. So this is my first try at this. So excuse me, everybody. I'm a little bit excited about it as I've never done it before. Nice to see you all there. I see lots of people joining in. So my name is Mahima. I'm the founder of the Mahima Mindset and international best-selling author and creator of the Own Your Superstar training. And I wanted to come on live and just share some thoughts as a self-mastery mentor. And I've helped already thousands of people transform their mindset so that they can show up more powerfully in life and in the world. I just thought I could add some value for some of you out there who are, let's say, struggling with the circumstances that are happening in the world today. What I want to encourage you to do is to really focus inward, to take this time to understand yourself in the deepest way that maybe you haven't even questioned before. So for me, that means doing self-reflection, understanding the answer to the question, who am I? Investing in the relationship with yourself. As we have time, it is important to remember that now is the time. It's easy to get caught up in thinking that we have time, when the truth is the only time that is this moment, this present moment. That is what we know. We know who we are right now. We know what's happening. We know that we're in our bodies right now. We know we can look around us and there's a presence that we can become aware of in this precise moment. So I want you to start to understand that we need to take our attention to be powerful, to be strong emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Our focus needs to go out of the past, out of the future, and into this present moment. It is one of the most challenging things to master in life. But when you do it, when you spend the time to do it, it is a game changer for your relationships, for your financial success, spiritual success, for your business success, for anything you're trying to accomplish in life. Presence is the game changer. So I want to encourage you all to dedicate this time to being more present in the now, being more with yourself and understanding that nobody can decide what you feel, what you think, what you feel, and how you act, except you, right? So whatever's going on in the world, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions are all up to you, right? And your thoughts generate certain feelings, generate certain actions. So I want to encourage you all to start to understand that in order to feel strong and grounded and peaceful in this time of external chaos, you want to start to understand yourself in the deepest and most profound way. So I want to thank you all of those people that I can see. This is my first time going live on 3 platforms, so I can see some of you. Norman and Natasha and Anna is also there. Thank you for tuning in and into this conversation about how to maximize your time during this period of being at home and going. I want you to go on an inner journey. I want you, since the focus can no longer be out there, in our, jobs, our businesses, our this, our that, how we run around. We now need to turn the focus inside into our hearts, into understanding ourselves on an emotional and spiritual level. So let's talk about the first, I have a 7-step formula that I teach people. And the foundation of the formula, the first step in that formula for personal empowerment is self-love. Self-love. Now, when we think about self-love, we think about, loving our body, love, your life, feel grateful for who you are, which is all fantastic. But I just want to take it one step, further to the next level, which is loving the part of you that came into this world with nothing and that's going to leave with nothing. So just think about that for a moment, right? There's a part of you that was born, and there's a part of you that will leave the body, and when the physical body dies, that part continues. Now, whether you believe in this or not, that's okay. It's up to you. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. What I want you to do is spend this time starting to think deeper into the question, who am I? Yeah. And if we believe that we're just our names, our bodies, our culture, our money, our jobs, we will be lost, right? But if we start to understand that there's something greater that's happening inside of us, there is a part of us that is powerful beyond anything we've been taught up to now, because unfortunately, this type of self-mastery is not yet being taught in schools, in universities, in colleges, when it's actually one of the most important things for humans to be learning. How to stay centered, grounded, peaceful, and powerful in a world that is changing dramatically. Yeah. How to understand your emotional body so that you can operate in the world as your highest self, meaning that you operate as love, as confidence, as clarity, as uniting people and bringing together, as a peaceful warrior for change in the world. So in order to operate on this high vibrational frequency of empowerment, we need to stop looking externally for answers and for satisfaction and start looking inward. Yeah. So what can you do today to start living more presence and start living more in the now? I want to encourage you to start a daily meditation practice, right? Now, a lot of people say, it's very difficult for me to meditate. I can't really meditate. And I want to say, if you can breathe, you can meditate, okay? Because meditation is simply being present with yourself. It is simply falling deeply, madly in love with your inner being. It is taking the time to listen deeply to what's really coming from your soul, right? So everybody can develop this ability to put the relationship with yourself first. That's all that meditation is. Meditation is understanding that when you're strong, when you're grounded, when you're centered, you can show up powerfully for your family, for your friends, for the people around you that work with you, the people that maybe work for you if you're a business owner. So it's really just taking the time to be present and know yourself on the deepest and most profound way. So I know that a lot of people out there, I'm already working with some of the amazing students that are on this call already, have a very good daily practice, right? So if you don't already have a powerful daily practice, I want to invite you to set a daily practice for yourself. So let me share what my daily practice looks like. So one thing I'll do is before I even get out of bed in the morning, before I step out of the bed, I'll take my left hand to my heart and my right hand to my lower belly. and I'll just start breathing deeply. I'll breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And this is like a self-hug. This is like, I'm here for you, I'm present with you, I'm available to you. So it's just my way of giving myself some attention and presence in the morning before I've even stepped out of bed, starting to breathe deeply. And you can try this right now while you're on this webinar with me, to just relax and come back to a more calm and peaceful place. So you breathe in through your nose, exhale through the mouth. Breathe through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then I'll start some more power breathing to wake myself up. And what that looks like is I will start to push out, push my belly in like this, like push your belly in, pumping the belly in and breathing out like this. I know this looks a little bit funny, but try it. You breathe out through the nose. You close your mouth, breathe out through the nose. So you keep doing that. It wakes you up. This is the power of that breath, right? It's going to wake you up. So you breathe out energetically, and then you go back. You do that for about a minute, and then you go back to slow breathing. And you take again the hands here and breathe deeply again. So what this does is it's going to, first of all, calm you down. So you're starting your morning with calm as you slow your breath down. And the fast breathing is going to create some fire inside of you, some energy. And that's what you need in order to have an effective day. You need to be awake and have presence, right? So instead of trying to meditate straight away, you need to lift up your energy. So then after I've done that, breathing and just waking myself up with this fire breath and with deep slow breathing, I'll sit up in bed and I'll start my meditation practice. You can do that with a guided meditation. You can do that with silent sitting. You can do that however you feel like, right? So you just sit down and you just and you just listen, 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 listen. Thoughts will come, thoughts will go. Feelings will come, feelings will go. Yeah? You just be the observer. Meditation is the art of being present with yourself and everything that's going on as it is. You're not trying desperately to reach some place, because that doesn't work. What you're doing is being an observer. You're being present with the reality of what's happening right now. What you're thinking, what you're feeling, everything is okay. Don't try to push anything away. So you just observe. And I want you to think about a cloud. Yeah, a sky. Imagine that you are the sky. And then there's clouds passing through the sky, right? The sky doesn't care that there are thick, dark clouds, that rainy clouds, the sky doesn't go away, rainy clouds, I hate you, right? or thin, wispy, beautiful clouds. The sky doesn't go, oh, look, there's wispy clouds. The sky doesn't go, oh, it's a clear blue sky, right? So you are the sky. This is just an analogy for you to start understanding the power that's inside of you. You're not your thoughts and you're not your feelings. And meditation allows you to get some distance. In this time when thoughts keep coming, fearful thoughts, of the situation. And you notice I'm not mentioning the word, right, that everyone is talking about. I haven't mentioned it once during this call, yeah? On purposely, right? So thoughts keep coming about the situation, the money situation, the health situation, and it's causing you to start freaking out. Right? And those thoughts create those feelings of I'm freaking out, I'm panicking, right? And then you start acting up and doing things that start to cause you more anxiety and cause more problems, yeah? So we need to take charge of ourselves. Beautiful people out there, I want you to hear this. This time is an invitation to work on your inner state of heart, mind, and being. It is an opportunity for you to release that which is not in your hands and to take full charge of that which is in your hands, that which you can change, that which you can influence, right? And what you can change and influence is what's happening inside of you, mentally, emotionally, and then, of course, the actions that causes you to take. That's in your hands. So being able to take charge of what's in your hands and operate as the highest version of yourself, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, is what this time is about. Yeah, this is what this time is about. Beautiful people, right? So of course, we can go into panic mode and start, as I said, letting thoughts and fears spiral us out of control, or we can start to create some distance. Yes, create some distance. So meditation is the ability to create some distance and to understand yourself in a more deep and profound way. Now, let me tell you a little bit about why I am here talking about this. This actually tomorrow is my 49th birthday, right? And exactly when I was 22 years old, I had a life-changing experience in my first ever meditation. So just to tell a little bit of the history there, before I was ever introduced to meditation, I didn't understand the power of the thoughts in my head, how they impacted me on an emotional level, which then, of course, impacted the decisions that I was making and the actions I was taking. I had no awareness of any of this. So what I found is that I found myself being very in a default setting of fear and limited thinking, which of course leads to limited behavior, right? And I wasn't aware of any of this. So I was just thinking this is all normal. At that time, before the transformation happened to me, I was divorced. I was actually married to a very, lovely Swiss man. He was 10 years older than me, and it didn't work out. And after that divorce, I found myself in a very broken place. I felt very broken, very lost, disconnected from myself. I'd left my career to travel with him to Switzerland. So I kind of had lost myself. I'm sure some of you can relate to this. So then what happened is somebody suggested to me to go to India, where I thought, wow, that's a good idea. Let's do that. So I jumped on a plane and flew to India. And in my first ever meditation, I discovered my inner power. So I was sitting there in this ashram full of people and wondering what they were all doing. They were closing their eyes and they were looking inside. I was actually judging them. I was actually thinking, who are these people? Why are they sitting here with their eyes closed? This all looks like rubbish, and so forth and so on. And so I was quite critical and quite judgmental. After about half an hour of being in this group meditation with all these people focused inward, I started to feel something. I started to feel the connection. I started to feel the love. I started to feel something more was happening. And as I continued into this experience, I went into a state of total bliss and joy that I'd never felt consciously in my whole adult life up to that point. So something magical happened to me. That is why I am now a self-mastery mentor, because that started my journey that long ago. And since then, I spent a lot of time hacking my own system and trying to share knowledge and wisdom to invite people to come back to themselves, to come back to your center. What I discovered so many years ago, and that has not changed, is that an inner peace, a love, and a joy that is not dependent on external circumstances, events, or people. I want to repeat that again because it is so freaking juicy. Okay, I discovered an inner peace, a love, and a joy that is not dependent on external circumstances, events, or people. Now, that is called freedom. That's what it's called, freedom. Freedom to know that whatever is happening outside of you, there is a safe, powerful, joyful, peaceful place inside of you. And when you can go to that place, you can act as more compassion, love, and power in the world. That means you can be of service. You can help people more. Because if you cannot find your own grounding and your own center, you become depressed, you can become suicidal, you can have panic attacks, you can stop sleeping at night, you can have a burnout, a breakdown, you could get sick. So this is the price that we would, that the society is paying for not educating people. And I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you guys are getting a lot of value from this. Not educating people about the most important thing in this life, which is to know thyself, right? Now we think we came into this life to work and to earn money and to survive, when really what we came here to do, in my personal and humble opinion, is to grow, to elevate, and to expand our consciousness, to understand how we work in the dynamic with the external environment and the internal environment, that there is a relationship there between what's going on in here and what's happening out there, right? Now, you can influence your immediate surroundings right now if you decide to center and ground yourself and operate from a place of love. So obviously, I can't share all this wisdom I've learned over, more than 2.5 decades on a 20-minute live stream. But I want to continue sharing here over the next couple of weeks and days. So if you like this, then I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get more of this free complimentary content that I'm going to be sharing on this topic of self-empowerment over the next couple of weeks. Right? So just subscribe to the YouTube channel, keep watching my Facebook Live, follow me on Instagram, and we can continue this powerful conversation. And I can continue giving you great insights and value into, how you can show up more powerfully in the world today. So before I sign out, I don't know if I can see any questions. I know that I could potentially, I don't know if there's any way to see any questions, okay? If you have, I can see, I think here on Facebook Live, I can see if someone has a question. Maybe I'll be able to see it, just drop it in there. Not sure, because I'm learning this myself. So I'm in a learning process. Bear with me, learning how to be on Instagram Live. I see other comments here. Yes, I see some comments. I'm not sure if I can see your questions. I would love to answer a question. Yeah. So let me give you a let's see. I don't see any questions coming through, but I'm going to keep on going until I maybe see something. So what I want you to do is I want to show you a visualization technique to reduce fear. Okay, so let's just close our eyes. Everybody, close your eyes. Okay, and first of all, before we do this visualization technique, I want you to understand that the power of your mind. Yeah, there are people that have used their mind to heal their bodies. They have, they've been completely broke their spine and fixed their spine using their mind, right? There are people that have gotten rid of cancer in their body using mind strategies and techniques to visualize healthy antibodies, attacking the cancer and all kinds of things. Your mind is powerful, is what I want to tell you. So whether you're a believer or not, your mind has the power, first of all, to control you, right? It has the power to influence what you're doing and what's happening inside of you emotionally. a lot of the stress that we have starts to show up as, breakdowns, insomnia, all these things. And if you don't have any of those things, I'm super duper happy for you. But think about all of the people that you could be supporting and helping if you could really operate at your most high vibrational self, regardless. And I'm going to repeat this again because it is the key: knowing an inner peace, a love and a joy that is not dependent on external circumstances, events, or people. Now, so for those of you that think, oh, but isn't this selfish? Isn't this a lack of compassion? No, it isn't. And the reason it isn't is because when your highest vibrational self, that's when you can help others. That's when you can be the leader that the world needs, where you're not busy with yourself, because when you're depressed, when you're sick, when you're not well, you're very busy with yourself. You don't have much to give the world, right? So that's why this work is important, to do that work, to reduce your fear, to empower your inner voice, to stand as a strong light in the community, not faking it, not a false, sense of like, we're so positive, but something that really comes from a deep internal place of understanding. Okay, so this visualization you can use all the time, anytime, any place, anywhere. Okay, we're just going to close our eyes for a second, and I want you to breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Yes. And as you're doing this deeper breath, tune into more stillness. Activate your focus onto your breath. As you breathe in and out more slowly, you start to be more connected to your physical body, because the breath cannot be in the past or the future. The breath is always in the now. So it's a very powerful place to start to anchor yourself into the present moment. You catch the breath, right? So breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and just focus gently on the breath. And if your attention wanders, that's okay. You bring your attention back to the breath. And I want you to smile gently while you do this exercise. It's just a gentle smile like this. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, I want you to visualize your level of fear right now about the current situation in the world, your financial situation, your health situation, whatever you want to focus on. I want you to visualize your level of fear on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay? So if it's 5, that's just hold on to that number for a second. So how strong is the fear for you? Now, I want you to create an image that's a circle of that fear. So let's say your fear is a 10 or a 9 or a 7. Yeah. So I want you to create a circle around yourself that is the size of that fear. Okay, and I want you to give it a color. So the color is either red, or it's black, or it's purple. So give the fear a color and a size, shape in the form of round. Okay, and just keep breathing as you give your fear a shape, a color, and a size. Okay, visualize that in your mind's eye. And keep breathing deeply. And now I want you to imagine that shape reducing itself, reducing itself, reducing itself. So the round shape, let's say in my case, it's red. Okay, I see it reducing, reducing, reducing. So just keep breathing and seeing the shape that is your fear just reducing and reducing. And as that's happening, really feel your body releasing fear with each deep breath that you take. Keep going. Fear is just a thought in your head, and we've given it a color, a shape, and a size. And I want you to feel it reducing, becoming smaller and smaller and smaller with each breath until it is very small, until it is circulating a little ball like the size of a tennis ball, maybe in front of you. See that circle of fear. And now I want you to start seeing that floating away into the distance away from you. And at the same time that fear is floating away, just see that color floating away at quite a speed into the distance. At the same time that's happening, I want you to feel the space around you opening up, like you are expanding. You are expanding, filling the room with your presence, filling the building that you're sitting in with your presence, filling the city that you're in with your presence, and starting to just feel this expansion. More space. And that fear has disappeared into the distance. And you are expanding as far as your imagination can allow you to expand. Our soul, our spirit is limitless. It is limitless. It is connected to everything in the world around you. Every tree, every plant, every building, every person. And when we start to understand the power of our soul and our spirit, we start operating as the higher version of ourselves. So this is an exercise that you can do again and again and again, and you will start to feel the power of it. Now, you might not realize it now, but you will realize it as you continue to build that muscle, that I'm in charge of my thoughts. I'm in charge of my feelings. If I don't want to have a feeling, like if I don't want to feel afraid, I don't have to. Start using these strategies. Start using these techniques. This is what's going to be the game changer, right? So doing nothing and just going into the feelings, going into the emotions, that's not what you want, right? So that's just a small technique of what you can do when you're feeling like you're starting to get into that fear mindset. That's one thing. Second thing is I highly recommend you to start focusing on what you want instead of what you don't want. Okay? So start to put your focus on what you want. You want to feel more calm. You want to feel more loving. You want to feel more in charge of yourself. So that's where you want your focus to go. And then everything you feed into your mind and body is going to help that process. So I literally want you to go on a negativity detox. Yeah. For the next time while you're sitting at home, let's do a negativity detox, people, right? You choose what you're going to put into your system, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And I'm asking you to choose things that are going to lift up your spirit so that you can be a leader in the world and help and support this amazing transformation that's happening in the world. So that's it. That's me coming live to you from Morgarten and planning to be here and share more insights. Thank you. I see Regina. Oh, my angel. Thank you so much for being here and showing up on YouTube for me. I can see you're the one person on my YouTube channel. Yay! Love it. I love you, Angel. Thank you for being there. Thank you for the people on Facebook. Thank you for the people on Instagram. I hope you guys have had great value out of this. I see Alessia is there. There is Christina. Nice to see you there, Christina. Ambris is there as well. Thank you so much, everybody. So remember that your job over the next time is to find an inner peace, a love, and a joy that is not dependent on external events, situations, or people. This is called freedom. It's called self-love. It's called leadership, right? And that from that place of strength, you can be an upstanding contributor in your communities. Thank you. Thank you so much. Love you all. This has been amazing. And keep tuning in. As I said, I'll be doing more Facebook Lives. I'm probably going to do one tomorrow for my birthday. And, I'll just keep popping these out. Love you all. Bye-bye. Bye, and thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye. I don't know how to get out of this, but let's see. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Oh, Regina, bye, Angel. Thank you.